The recently cancelled ODI series between England and South Africa has resulted in much bitterness, with the South African cricket authorities resenting the cancellation and the English team citing insufficient measures against COVID-19 pandemic. This cast the mind to another cricketing controversy involving England and South Africa more than 50 years ago. The cancellation of the English cricket team's tour to South Africa in 1968 due to the inclusion of Basil D'Oliveira, popularly known as Dolly, was a major event in cricket's fight against a system of institutionalized racial segregation known as apartheid. In this video, we will briefly look into the contribution of the cricketing community to the global anti-apartheid movement. In 1948, apartheid formally institutionalized a system of racial segregation that began to take form in the 18th century under Dutch rule. Essentially, apartheid ensured the political, economical, and social domination of the minority white population. Proponents of apartheid saw South Africa not as a single nation but a territory consisting of 4 distinct racial groups: the whites, black, colored, and Indian. Apartheid criminalized romantic relationships along racial lines and ensured that places of residence were determined by racial classification. Between 1960 and 1983, 3.5 million black Africans were forced into segregated neighborhoods. This system provoked a global outcry as evidenced by the International Olympic Committee withdrawing its invitation to South Africa to the 1964 Summer Olympics. Cricket belatedly contributed to this fight but made a lasting impact. Under apartheid, black, colored, and Indian origin players were not considered worthy of selection for the South African Test team. As a result, Basil D'Oliveira, a talented all-rounder from Cape Town, joined Worcestershire County Cricket Club in 1964, and later he was selected for the England cricket team in 1966. Named as one of the Wisden Cricketers of the Year in 1967, it was considered that the upcoming 1968 England tour of South Africa would be a key moment in his career. But sadly, by 1967, the South African government stated its opposition to a mixed-race team playing against the all-white South African team in South Africa. Matters came to a head following the final Ashes Test at the Oval in August 1978, wherein England pulled out a win to draw the series, in which Basil D'Oliveira scored a brilliant 158. It was widely expected that D'Oliveira would be a part of the English team to tour South Africa later that year. And to the surprise for many, the selectors in a meeting held after the conclusion of the Oval Test in August 1968 chose to omit Basil D'Oliveira from the squad. While cricketing reasons were extended for the exclusion, the then prevailing conservative cricketing establishments in England was of the opinion that the selection of D'Oliveira would rupture relations between England and South Africa. This omission resulted in a major uproar, with representations being sent to the British Prime Minister protesting the exclusion of D'Oliveira. Ultimately, Basil D'Oliveira was included in the English squad as a replacement for Tom Cartwright, who was struggling with the injury. The South African government promptly objected it, with the then Prime Minister asserting that the English team would not be allowed in South Africa if it included D'Oliveira. The tour was promptly cancelled, thereby starting the boycott of South African by the global cricketing community. 2 years later, the 1970 South African tour of England was also called off, and the ICC imposed a moratorium on tours in 1970. As a response to the boycott, several rebel tours took place in the 70s and the 80s. The South African cricket authorities, in response to the ban, tried to entice players with handsome compensation. However, the rebels who took part in such tours were severely reprimanded, with their home cricket boards handing out bans to these rebel players. The most famous of these tours were the West Indian tours in 1982 and 83. As the West Indian teams of that time involved many world-class players, such as talented cricketers Collis King and Sylvester Clarke. These players turned out for these rebel tours as they were not selected by the West Indies Cricket Board. These tours also featured World Cup winners such as Colin Croft. A fierce debate continues to rage over the morality of these two West Indian cricketers and Colin Croft as well, who participated in these tours, considering the system of apartheid which was prevalent in South Africa at that time. From 1990 onwards, the South African government declared its intention to repeal laws constituted under apartheid. A major event was the release in February 1990 of Nelson Mandela, imprisoned for 27 years for his fight against apartheid. India was a major country opposing apartheid, and the BCCI followed government directions on that matter. Following the end of apartheid, India formally ended its boycott by inviting the South African team to India for an ODI series in 1991. Along with the global sports, cricket played a role in ridding South Africa and the world of perverse system of apartheid. In 2000, Basil D'Oliveira was named one of 10 South African cricketers of the century. Furthermore, in 2004, a trophy was struck for Test series between England and South Africa and named the Basil D'Oliveira Trophy. Therefore, this symbol of cricket's fight against apartheid will continue to be recognized forevermore. Check our other whiteboard style cricket videos backed by deep research. Kindly subscribe to our channel and help us grow. Thank you.